Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to ZSR, and welcome to the Wind Waker HD Randomizer Tournament Season 1. We're still going. Season 1 is going strong, and so is the losers bracket. Round 2, Loudscapes, going up against Teotia444 today. I hope we're in for a fantastic match, and commentating that hopefully fantastic match are going to be La Patate 99 and Mercury HG. And on tracking, we have Chroma. Take it away, folks. It's all yours.
Thank you very much for having us once again.
Thank you.
Like you said, this is going to be a pretty cool match. Those of you who have been following us so far have probably seen both of these players play already, but just to reiterate, we got Loudscapes in one corner and Teo in the other. Both of these are prolific players in our community, and yeah, this is just going to be a really exciting match, I think. What do you think, Tom? By the way, this is Tom.
Theo
Also,
being,
you can call him Tom.
yeah, Theo being an older world record holder, or rather, is highly placed in the leaderboard, so we could expect maybe a great performance from him. Loudscapes, being the underdog here, I think has a good chance since he's been grinding a lot lately, so we might see a Loud comeback.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like they're
Runners are prepping up, so
putting their final touches, getting themselves all ready.
Loud being set up, waiting on Theo. Should start just about soon.
Yeah, I think Chroma makes a good point in the chat. Loud has been playing out of his mind for this tournament. And he shows no signs of slowing down. So, again, this is going to be a really cool match.
Yeah, Theo is rusty, but he has the experience. Meanwhile, Loud has been grinding, but has less experience. And race is about to start in 10 seconds.
All right, here we got the 10-second countdown. Good luck to both of our runners, and let's see some awesome Wind Waker play. Wind Waker HD play. And go.
I know Theo loves to use older strats since he's been he used to do all dungeons. So we have
we got
Great to Homerock.
Okay, so it's a relatively
and Diamond Step to Mulgera.
Yeah, it's a relatively quick set of dungeons. Wind Temple being the slowest one, but it does require.
You know what you're doing. Wind Temple is still pretty fast, so.
Yeah.
It does require a lot of items to access, but once you have access to it, it's pretty fast to do.
Yeah, that's really like the slow part is getting in, but there's a couple tricks to bypass a couple items in that case anyway. We'll see if either of our runners decide to do that. I see Private Oasis is foolish. That's going to be a huge time saver. We've got required Tingle statues.
Tingle statue required.
Yeah. Maggie's letter is not required though. That's a nice little side quest we were not going to have to wait through.
They could be hunting for Tingle statues for a while.
Yeah. That is true. We have also seen runs where
they could skip that. It's an easy skip, so.
Yeah, we've seen runs where we can find all the Tingle statues pretty quickly, especially since it's required. It might have something like Skullhammer to get into Wind Temple, perhaps.
Perhaps.
All right, and it looks like Teo is done with his hints first. He is warping immediately. Let's see where he ends up. All right, he's just doing Mother and Child right away.
Also, Chroma with the tracking, not tracking which dungeons are required or not. But he might be writing hints, so we'll give him a chance.
Yeah, that'll probably be updated. Okay, so it looks like Teo's going for like Escape Mother Island to swim with storage somewhere.
Most likely Rockspire, because it's very close.
Yeah, I would think so. And meanwhile, Loud is going immediately to Outset.
Chasing the hints.
Yeah.
Very successful camera lock. We know Theo had some trouble with camera lock lately, so that's good to see.
Okay, and Loud's finding the first spiky chest. A shard
cheese.
right off the bat.
That's
Yeah, cheese. I'm sorry, I should have called it by its proper name.
it's gonna reduce the amount of hunting later on, so love to see that. And just as I thought, Teo going to Rockspire.
Yeah. Now,
It's
visiting
quite out
Rockspire-
of the way island, so going there early is a good decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's more or less what I was gonna say. Especially if you can bring storage there, it's just super easy to walk right
It's
up the
basically
rock.
free.
Yeah, it's like it
If
may
you know
as well
what
be.
you're doing, it's basically free.
Okay.
Item hopping with low speed. Unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah, that catches me once in a while. Looks maybe Jabun clip coming next on Loudscapes. Not
You know,
sure
when
what
Link
happened
goes
there.
fast, he loves to go fast in HD, but especially with item sliding.
Nice. Okay, well, so he's
Let's see what if Rockspire paid off.
nah,
Looks
doesn't
like
look like
Jabun
it.
also paid off.
Meanwhile, Loud is getting his second spiky chest. Another cheese. So
another
there's two
cheese,
cheeses
holy.
at Outfoot. And two of the wild cheeses, no less.
Yep.
Those of you who may not be aware, on HD race settings, 3 of the cheeses are guaranteed on each of the 3 dungeon bosses, so there's only 5 that need to be found elsewhere. So for Loud to find 2 of them right away is a good sign for his endgame later. He'll have less of a scavenger hunt.
Then
and
again,
he's
Outset
moving-
was hinted, and well, Chroma will go there eventually, so not that big of an advantage, but still.
Mhm.
Very nice to see. That means it's gonna be a pretty quick race. from what
Yeah,
I'm
no, we don't
looking
have.
at.
Yeah, we don't have any sort of major item advantage at the moment, but you know, the 2 shards definitely puts Loud slightly ahead. A blue rupee for Teo. So I'm gonna guess that. Oh, he switched to. Okay.
You're resetting ESS.
Yeah. So I'm assuming
Spliced.
Teo is gonna be doing storage at Dragon Roost. Depending on whether Fly Around is spiky, he may decide to swim away from Dragon Roost and take that storage
If it's
elsewhere, perhaps
spiky,
one
I
of the
know
fairy
it's
islands.
gonna. If it's spiky, I know he's gonna do the fly across leaf skip. But if it's not, he could bring storage somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, takes him a couple tries, but he manages to get it. Meanwhile, Loud is checking Horseshoe Cave. I noticed Golf was a dead check.
Looks like.
A little bit of second guessing.
Muscle memory, maybe?
Yeah.
Realizing that's not what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. It looks like our hints here are up to date now, so we can reference
Nice.
that. Another dead check at Horseshoe. If Teo manages to avoid
speed from
stepping
Teo.
onto Horseshoe, then he'll be able to save himself a bit of time, I think. Yeah, and exactly what I thought. Ooh. Can he swim back to shore, or is that just storage gone for him?
That's far. Teal's not happy about it.
Yeah, a little,
Let's see. Let's see
I
what
don't know if
salvage
that
has.
milkshake. Ghost ship. Trap.
Ghost ship.
I don't think either player has seen nighttime yet, so the ghost ship is going to be starting at Crescent Moon. Yeah, and
Looks
Teo.
like Teo just gave up on storage.
Yeah, looks like it. Although he is committing to the swim. Let's see
Also,
where he decides to go.
Yes, Chroma, Dead Melon, Private being dead is very huge. Lots of checks that you don't have to do. So unfortunate bird from Loud. It happens. We all hate this bird.
Yeah. Teo finally taking off. Looks like he's swimming to paw print.
Unknown
Which
source
means he's likely
item in
finding
chat.
that.
You are right.
Yeah, he's likely going to find that ghost ship chart on his way out. Alright, we're about to find out if Horseshoe was totally dead or not. Okay, so Horseshoe had one spiky, so we'll see what that is in just a moment.
Knowing Teo is gonna go for chest storage over here.
The Bokoblin messed up
Off of the chest.
Loud right at the last second.
No. Interesting strategy from Teo. That's an advanced trick for those who doesn't know. Getting storage out of a chest like that is very hard.
Yes, but if he manages to do it, he'll be able to clear paw print in one trip. He will not have to come back. And meanwhile, Loud manages to find a sword. So Horseshoe is going to be a required trip for Teo later.
Shame there's a lot of dead checks, but that's part of the game.
It certainly is.
And yes, Teo did store a green pearl from Dragon Roost Island. Successful peek. And looks like it's it was all dead actually.
Mm-hmm. Loud is doing a save reset to better line up early diamond step. You can hop directly into the middle to wrong warp, essentially. Yes, just like that. You're going to see he's going to end up on the island. He'll probably do a safety save and then another Wind Waker dive to get into diamond step early.
Teo getting Ghost Ship Shard from Bawprint instead of Horseshoe, like Loud. But if you know what you're doing, it's an easy trick to do for early diamond step.
Yeah,
You just have to know it's mostly timing based, so if you know the timing, it's very not hard.
Yeah, and I think some people like to do the an audio cue. I'm one of those people myself. I listen to the raindrops, and then it's just a matter of pacing the inputs. Can't do it too quickly, and you can't do it too slow either. That's the timing part.
And me being a rhythm gamer, I much prefer visual cues, but visual cues are very hard to see at night, so...
It's funny you say that because...
Trick,
It's funny you say that because I'm also a rhythm gamer, but I like the audio cues more. So here's our first Tingle statue. Early diamond step paying off. Well, potentially paying off. It depends what the item actually is. Because like it could be a required item, but it's something skippable, like grappling hook, for example. And meanwhile, Teo going for the windfall checks.
Double spiky for Loud. I couldn't catch what that was, but
looked like it was command melody. Looked like command melody to me. Yeah.
Well, command melody is still required for Wind Temple, so.
Yeah, it is required for Wind Temple, so it's not so horrible to see it. If this was a Tower or Earth Temple seed, then it might be a little more feels bad, but...
Tracker being happy about spikies, but can't track any of those, because they're not on the tracker.
Okay. Back of Tingle Jail Cell appears to have something useful, potentially. Loud is now finally checking Dragon Roost. He's about to get a blue rupee here. But, we'll see if Loud can take storage elsewhere. Maybe utilize that.
Trying only once and then giving up. What is back of jail?
Another sword.
A master sword.
Okay, so we know. So now we know that there are where the 2 swords are. So there's 1 sword still unaccounted for. Gonna take a moment to just read the hints again. Didn't quite catch all of them.
Loud opting not to store this chest. Interesting.
Yeah, well, he saw it was a spiky chest and probably decided he would rather take whatever it was
See
right
what
away.
it is, yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, looks like Loud is going for Ghost Ship.
Yes.
And he is.
I figured that was going to be next. It makes sense to swim right there after the first night. I don't know how he can see what's over there. I could barely tell what that was. But apparently he's scouting a spiky, and we're going to see what Ghost Ship has for us.
I personally don't even look at what it is. Grappling hook.
Grappling hook. So, grappling hook will make his life a little easier in Forbidden Woods. He won't necessarily need storage route. But outside of that, I can't see grappling hook being super useful on the sea.
Storage route is still faster than normal route, so it's probably going to go
That is true. He might still do that, but at least he has the grappling hook as a backup now.
Yep, he does have options now.
Collecting spoils will be slightly faster as well.
It is a convenient pick the location. I agree. Lenzo clip paying off the seed because we know the photo is acquired. Can't remember the item, but it is required. I think that's single statue actually, if I remember correctly.
I think you might be right.
Let's see what it is. Both of them on one photo.
Pompey Vera. Oh yes, this was hinted.
Boots.
It was Iron Boots. Loud is joining Tio on Windfall now. He's going to zoom right past that mailbox. He knows that it's not required on this run. Tio, that is. And speaking of Tio, he is flying, or swimming rather. I guess slowing down so he could swim to Outset.
And not sploosh, because you can sploosh on Outset.
Yeah.
Organ there. It's a good idea. And we're finally gonna see 2 cheese peas for Tio shortly.
Yeah. And coming up shortly after that, Loud will find his second sword. Tio still missing the one that was found at Horseshoe. Although I can easily see him going to Horseshoe after Outset, similar to Loud.
Yep. Also, that's a good point. I think that's the all dungeon brain rot, but Tio loves to swim everywhere and not warp to Warpable Islands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very much in the same boat. No pun intended. But yeah, no, I very much like to just swim as often as I can.
It is good practice.
Yeah. So here comes the second cheese for Theo, and like clockwork, Loud picks up his second sword right away. Yep. So, let's take a look at the items while they're both warping here. So Loud is ahead by a sword. And iron boots. Oh no, and grappling hook, but Tio is the one with the iron boots.
And the picto box, yeah. Picto box for iron boots. But looks like Loud will get them shortly.
Right, so I
Loud,
think
he's gonna go for the clip. For Lenzo clip, sorry.
Yeah, so I think overall Loud maybe has like a slight edge, but this is still either player's game.
Yep. It's still very early on, so both of them getting bombs shortly one after one another, so it's not that big of an advantage.
Right, but I don't think Loud went for the Great Fairy, so we're actually seeing a little bit of a outset.
That's
route
true. He went
deviation
there
here.
earlier. He didn't have bombs when he went there, so he couldn't. Well, he could have, but that clip is just stupid to get the fairy without bombs or power bracelets. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And meanwhile, Loud checking Star Island rather early compared to when most runners would check it. I think a lot of people put off Star Island because we don't like it.
It's just a long check overall for one chest, and it's out of the way, so unless you swim, getting there by boat is very tedious.
Yeah, I think most people in this tournament are going to be swimming there. Like, that's just the caliber of player that we're looking at. Here's something that I don't see other runners do, but I've been experimenting with pulling out a bomb to get the bokoblins to come off of the ledge faster, because they get startled and run toward you when the bomb goes off. So I don't know if that's a known thing, but and I don't know if that actually speeds up anything, but it's just something.
I know you could shoot one with an arrow to get one of them down faster, but then by shooting one with an arrow, it slows them. So unless you have light arrows to kill the one above, it's slower actually to shoot an arrow at them, because he gets stunned and then looks for his weapon, and then finally comes back.
Yeah, for the moblins, yeah, for the bokoblins. Oh yeah, I guess regular arrows.
Even one arrow, one arrow doesn't kill them. So
yeah, I think a lot of runners. Part of the reason why runners put off Star Island is because they want to have light arrows for that exact reason. Loud is finally going to Rockspire. He's going to be slightly disappointed when he gets a dead check. Yeah.
Also, Loud having trouble with the timing.
Oh yeah.
That was a good timing.
Teo also pursuing what we know are going to be dead checks. Struggling with the
follow each other's footsteps. That's true.
Yeah, this is an interesting run so far, because we're seeing both of them like split off right away and then immediately check each other's locations again, and kind of just like almost like this like back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's mostly due to routing preference, but that's very interesting to see still.
Loud trying to clear out some bats with a bomb.
That might have been a misclick, but it's still funny to see.
Maybe. I mean, I think there's potential for that to actually work.
He killed that one that flew away, because that would have been painful. Having to grow it back again.
Because it looks like Teo's opting to save warp. And so is Loud. You gotta marvel at just how similar both of these players are in a lot of ways. A lot of the same kind of decisions, just maybe different,
and
slightly different
swimming
timings.
off of Horseshoe.
This is not
Willie. Did he forget to go to the towers where his sword is? Oh no, it's going.
No,
he's
that's
going
exactly what he's going to.
Interesting. Oh wow, I've never seen that. That's actually funny.
Yeah, I think it's been known that you can swim off of Horseshoe, but most runners don't do it.
I knew about it, but then I usually just get in a boat to go there. I don't swim to go there.
Right. Well,
but that's mostly because I'm new to swimming, so.
That's fair. So we know when Teo is done with these towers. Oh, is he gonna go for the feather? The bokoblin messed up both runners, jump kicking them to stop their platform hop.
Again, getting messed up by the bokoblin. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, bokoblins and magtails apparently looking at Loud's stream over here.
Loud
maybe combat is just
Slightly scared.
A weak point for both of these runners today, at least. We're gonna peek Bomb Island. All right, we're going for it. We're gonna see what that's about in just a moment.
I'm surprised Loud doesn't pull up the telescope to look at the chest before. Oh, wait, did he check?
On Bomb Island? Yeah, he checked it. He's got his telescope right there.
That might have
It's
been
all good. It's tough watching.
both at once, yeah.
Yeah, especially when there's so much happening at once. Both of these runners moving at a pretty brisk pace. Teo finally leaving Horseshoe, having picked up the second sword for him. So they're both caught up on swords.
He's also going for early diamond step. He's also going for it because he doesn't have the hook shot.
Oh, that feels bad for Loud. Just found Cabana Deed with a hinted dead private oasis.
That lost time because Bomb is not the quickest island to complete, so that feels like a knot in the heart. That's
yeah. Meanwhile, ooh, that's big for Teo, saving himself a safe warp by getting early diamond step on the approach, rather than save warping to reset the spacing. Loud is finally checking paw print,
which we know it was dead, and also Loud getting his full clear out of the way early. Yes, that's Loud's way of doing things.
Right, but the next thing to consider is, will Loud decide to do Wizrobe Cave early?
That's a thing too.
Because I think Teo opted not to do that.
He did
and
not.
I think Loud, I think Loud may also decide to skip it. Yeah, using the save warp to get back to Windfall quickly.
It's Loud's green shoe. That's a good point.
And I think the deterring factor there is no bow and no hookshot.
Yeah.
Because without those, you need to be able to do a sword hop to land on the platform, and even then, you still need a bow for that strategy. Meanwhile, we're getting an Eastern Fairy check. We're going to see what this Great Fairy has in store for us.
I've never seen runners use this spot to climb on the diamond step. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like with Leaf this is free, but okay, he's got it. Let's see what the Great Fairy has.
That's the that's the old ways of doing things.
Hero's Charm.
Hero's Charm. Huge.
Now, the gentleman's. Yeah, he's gonna put it on.
He's gonna put it on.
He's putting it on.
He has to now.
No, okay. Well, he doesn't have to, but I think it was a gentleman's.
No.
Oh, he may not be putting on. All right, whatever. Listen, he's
yeah.
He's got a race to win. Perhaps he'll put it on in celebration, or we'll just we'll give him an earful in the post.
He would have spawned back on Eastern, and he didn't. So, which means he didn't save.
Right. So it's So yeah, he just doesn't have the charm now. He left it behind.
It's gone.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens if
Teo
decides to check. Oh, Teo hits Crescent Moon Island. He was aiming for a ghost ship. So he's about to pick up his grappling hook.
Alright, what does Southern Fairy has?
More rupees.
Money.
Okay. Well,
Loud definitely winning the money battle for now.
Yeah, I mean, both of our players have enough money for this seed. Oh, actually, money is not even required because
We don't have.
We
Wait.
don't have the Tingle and Arrow. We don't have Tingle letter. Like it's part of
True,
logic,
and-
but it's a dead check because Mail is dead.
And other than Beetle 20 rupees, I don't think there's anything in the seed requiring money.
Right. Yeah. So that's Yeah, and Teo's going for the hop. Very cool. Charging facing the wall instead of away from it. You don't see that very often. And there's his grappling hook. I'm not sure how much use he's going to get out of that. Like Loud, I think both of these players can. I mean, I say that, and Loud is
Look,
literally
the
about to
grappling
use
hook
a
skip.
grappling hook exclusive trick. So on Bird's
He
Peak
could have
Rock,
gone to Cliff Plateau and bring storage, but first try, that's very nice to see.
yeah.
I know it's mostly timing, but if you don't know the timing, it's kind of hard to do. It's a guessing game.
Yeah. Yeah, Bird's Peak Rock, there are multiple ways to get into that island, and grappling hook is
pay
one
off?
of them.
No,
Oof.
that's unfortunate.
There's a lot of these slower single overworld checks are coming up dry. Oh, Teo's about to get his hero charm. We'll see if he saves Gums or
Loud did
decides to
save
keep
from
it
a
and put it
lot
on.
of things, yes.
Right, but this is hero charm we're talking about. He's gotta.
He has to.
He's gotta put it on.
Go back to Eastern, man. Man. Gotta get it. He's going back to Cliff Flat now.
Okay.
2 very quick checks over here.
Yeah, I mean, he may. Yeah, he's using the camera to peek. It looked like a spiky. It's hard to tell on stream quality. To answer your chatter's question, yes, it is absolutely faster to quit without saving
Tio
to
equipped
get back
it.
to
Let's
Windfall
go.
than it is to warp or swim.
Tio kept it. Looks like. Let's go.
Right, he kept it, but he hasn't worn it yet. That's the important part. That's what we're all
He
here
did for a second. He did for a second.
He did. Oh, I missed that. I was looking at Loud's because I was gonna see how he's gonna handle Cliff Platte. Looks like he's going right. So he grabbed some storage earlier. He's gonna go right through this tree branch into the warp zone, and that's how you skip Cliff Plateau with storage.
And you can also store this upper chest and then bring storage elsewhere. It's very easy to do.
Unfortunately, he finds the rupee wallet, which, as we know by now, is yeah, it is a dead check. There's no mail required on this run. Tio picking up that red rupee that Loud found a couple minutes ago. Again, outside of Loud not doing the Lenzo clip to get that Picto box. He doesn't know that a Picto box is in there.
There is
So
a reason. You can't climb a ledge with chest storage, so that's why you don't bring it everywhere all the time.
Right. Yeah, because when you activate chest storage, it reduces the size of Link's hitbox, and that changes his collision as a result. And so a lot of mechanics of the game become broken. So we're getting an angular check. He may go in the cave just to peek and save himself an extra trip later. Loud, that is. Finds a shield.
A shield on Shield Required Island, maybe? That's bad omen. Might need to come back.
He might. Meanwhile,
Also,
Tio is taking care of that big Octo.
Which will give another hint, so... Try command, please. Also Loud, going to 2i. which is a very convenient location to go for to 2i. Also, I didn't see what it was, but it looked dead, I think. No.
It was hard for me to
really-
see. It was hard for me to see because, at least on my end, Loud's stream is not the best
Angular
quality.
is dead, yes. Thank you, Chroma.
Thank you. So, at Forest Haven, a Tingle statue. That is actually a huge hint.
Yes. That means we're most likely gonna go see both runners go straight to Forbidden Woods as soon as they find the leaf.
Yeah,
Which is what I'd do even if the hint wasn't there, because you could clear the whole dungeon pretty fast, but we now know they're gonna be excited to go there. Looks like
yes.
Teo might go for the odd shot. I'd like to see an odd shot from Teo. It'd be nice.
Here's something to consider, though. Grappling Hook is on the path to Wind Temple, because it was at Diamond Step. So what that tells me is that... That tells me perhaps a couple things. Well, first of all, let's see what this is. That's the other wallet, okay. Oh, is he gonna go for the odd shot?
He's gonna go for the odd shot. I knew he was gonna go for the odd shot.
Okay, so this is a very precise trick. You can see he's lining up just the corner of Cliff Plateau in his telescope.
Wait, Chroma is right. Diamond Step had command.
Oh, it had command melody. That's right. Okay, so forget everything I just said.
Also, odd shot from Teo. Need precise speed, precise angle, precise positioning on the chest. And if everything goes right, we'll see the camera go up just like that, and he should void out. It didn't go far enough, Oh wait, he did void out.
He did it. Okay,
Odd
so
shot successful. That's huge.
yes. So, all in all, that takes about the same amount of time.
And they are the Tingle statue.
Yeah, so there's a Tingle statue. He has to land in this bud. Oh, he missed it. Okay, so he's just gonna have to go.
But he
up
has
the
a grappling
old-fashioned
hook, so
yeah,
it's
exactly.
just gonna take longer. But he has it, so he's not. He didn't waste the odd shot, so we're all good.
Right, exactly, and that's what I was about to comment. Is the odd shot is about the same amount of time as just climbing up Forest Haven from the beginning normally. Like if you save warp and then climb up. It's about the same amount of time, but it is slightly faster if you get it first try.
Which Geo did.
He's going for leaf skip. He's going for bulb skip.
But then he didn't get it first try, so it's actually slower.
Yeah, it's
interesting. He might have wanted to practice a bit. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't be practicing in the middle of a race. You know what I mean? That's just me. but
that's my style. So.
And there's the Deku Leaf for Loud. That is going to be huge. That gives him pretty much full access to Forbidden Woods right after this dungeon.
So we know logically the seed wanted you to go to Forsaken Fortress first. Also double spiky. With a bottle!
Yes, unfortunately a bottle is not... Oh, he got the statue anyway. Unfortunately, is not going to be all that helpful because...
Holy! I didn't even notice. What does Tinkle have, which is acquired? Let's see.
A bow.
A bow! That's huge, actually.
Yeah, so I'm not sure that that's required for any of the dungeons, but that will be required to defeat Ganon later.
So, note to Mom, which is useless this seed.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much of an impact Dead Male has. There are so many of these items that are just duds.
Yep.
A lot of these spiky chests are, they're like bait. I mean, some of those items have some utility outside of that, but Like, all the letters are dead, the wallets,
that
like,
pearl
there's
is dead.
so much. Yeah, the Farah's Pearl is dead.
So Leaf is just for the dungeon access. Mostly, yeah. With chest storage, you can just get around without the Leaf. Kinda.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
And
For
so
dungeon
that,
access, yeah. Leaf is huge because you can't really get to Forbidden Woods without the Leaf. You could, but it's not a fun time.
yeah, and so, oh, is that going to be high enough? Maybe with some good leaf pumps, it might be.
Well, you could just bonk the ledge and drop down. It will avoid out, and it will spawn them back on the platform. I used to do that a lot back then. You don't even need to leaf pump. You can just go straight without leaf pumping and
Interesting.
bonk the platform.
And you can see, like, you know, having leaf affords you the luxury of having this route. Tio came here immediately after 2i Reef and had to do the odd shot. Or chose to do the odd shot. And having leaf just gives you, like a much easier route
actually.
by comparison.
Free bulb skip with the leaf.
And now he's gonna... We're gonna see if he decides to save Small Island for later, or if he,
Knowing him, he's gonna save it for later because you spawn back on this... After the dungeon, you spawn inside with the Deku Tree. And what that does is he's gonna get out of First Haven and just jump straight without going in the water to go to the little ledge where you can jump to the small island. Knowing him, that's
right.
what he's gonna do. If that made any sense. English is not my first language. Sorry, but I'm trying my best.
Made sense to me. Wait, did he peek the... He must have done that so fast, he just doesn't even go for the first room chest.
He probably saw it with camera angle, but seeing it with that angle is very hard.
You get some tasteful teabagging from Tio in Bomb Island. We already know that that's going to be a trap. It's a spiky chest, but it's going to have something that he doesn't need. Meanwhile, and he has not set foot in a dungeon yet. Loud has most of Forsaken Fortress done. Obviously can't finish it without Skullhammer.
Hammer.
But
Also, Theo getting baited with this fake spiky.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he just gets through Bomb Island quickly, and
Looks like he does so far. Less hassles than Loud so far.
yeah, and you were right, by the way. Despite having grappling hook, he is still going for the storage route, storing a spiky. So we'll see what that's about when he enters the boss room, or perhaps when he enters Mothula sub-boss fight. Now, I'm curious to see what Tio does here, because you can swim off of Bomb Island, but the question is, where would he go? He has a couple options. He may actually go to Angular. Hasn't been there yet. He does not have enough speed. He's aborting the swim.
And he knows it.
Yeah,
That's
like when you've been doing swims long enough, like if you make a slight speed error, then you just know off of feeling. Like you can just tell right away when it was a good one or a bad one.
Also, he's going to Angular.
Okay. Yeah, so he's going to find a shield. And of course we're going to know
Minecraft Island.
Yes, and we know the shield is going to be a dead check because when Earth Temple is not a required dungeon, the only logical check for shield to be required is Angular, which we know is dead. Nice roll clip from Tio. Yeah. So
Don't see that much often. So what did Loud store? We're gonna see
Yeah,
shortly.
we are about to find out. I'm hoping.
He's looking. He's
Yeah.
looking. That's a hammer. He stored the hammer.
He stored hammer. Okay, so this is huge, actually. Like, let's tally up the items again. So Loud is, and dungeons for that matter. Loud is plowing through Forbidden Woods. He has the hammer to go finish Fortress whenever he's down to his last cheese.
Also, Chroma is right.
There's no pressure to finish it early
Logic,
because you don't need mail.
Logic says double dip. Forbidden Wood. Not Forbidden Wood. It's Froskin Fortress. Logical double dipping.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a logical double dip, but it's not that terrible because, again, there's no pressure to get the Tingle or Errol letter. So he can actually put Helmrock King off for the very end of the run if he felt like it at this point.
It's a very quick one to go to if you know what you're doing.
Okay, Loud finally gets the other Pickle
Box.
Yeah,
and we're gonna go see him save a trip to Windfall. Because we know where the other Pickle Box is.
Right, well, but he still needs to go to Windfall to get the Iron Boots for Wind Temple. Speaking of which, the Iron Boots is the only thing he needs.
Power
for
Bracelet
Wind Temple
is just about useless in the seed with bombs.
Yeah, there's a couple items like that that are kind of interchangeable in their functionality. It really depends on what dungeons there are. Like,
only thing Power Bracelets is really required for is Stonehead if you have this island, which we don't have these settings. Savage Labyrinth, which we don't have either, and the entrance to Earth Temple. Something that really requires the Power Bracelets.
Right. Well, so what this really means, I'm going to be interested to hear Loud's reaction. Oh, Teo is going for Cliff Plateau chest storage to bring to Bird Peak Rock.
Which I mentioned at the
to,
beginning of the seed.
Yeah, opting not to use Grappling Hook, and this is my preferred method of
Face, to answer
handling
your question,
these checks.
He got his bottle after PG, so that's why he couldn't.
Right.
Still having trouble with the swim, opting for the boat.
Yeah, it's not that much slower. It's not that much slower, but it is noticeable. Like, if you get the swim, it's like instant.
If you get the swim first try, it's worth to go for the swim, but if you don't, it's better to go for the boat. Avoid losing more time, because you're gonna be nervous and stuff.
Cool. So, Loud...
So good clip from Loud.
Yeah, I was about to say...
and Amir Shield getting baited again.
Yeah, again, like, not having Earth Temple and not having mail needed sets a lot of the spiky chests to be traps.
Oh, he did not get the bottle after PG? I was sure he did afterwards, and not. He got it from the chest bed, if I recall, which he went to after PG.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know Birdspeak is dead.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate for Teo.
Cloud's gonna get his boss cheese soon.
Okay. Does not manage to find a last spiky.
So I believe Loud is opting to skip every boss. No, every key, but he got the boss key.
Yeah, that was earlier.
I believe it wasn't it, so he knew which one to take and which one not to. Also, good first cycle from Loud.
Yeah, this should be over in just a second. And fastest boss
two remaining.
down.
This boss is possible to one cycle with the baby sword, so you'd imagine that with the Master Sword it's even faster because Master Sword does double damage.
Now, I'm curious, where is Teo going? Did he forget the spot to clip in? And why
like
clip in the first place if he has bombs to blast his way in?
And that's a good question.
I think if he had remembered where to go right away, that would have been faster. And I could see why. But it's possible the pressure might be getting to him a little bit.
And we're gonna see if I was right, because Theo might go for chest on bed right after, so we'll see if Bottle was in chest on bed like I thought it was. Theo having trouble with fast jump slash. Also, yep, Loud is doing exactly as I thought it would do.
It makes sense. It's a the drop-off location is pretty convenient compared to other dungeons for that kind of thing. Unfortunately, as we knew, that was just going to be the other wallet.
Or instead of after. Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense, Chroma. It was a misunderstanding. It happens.
So Teo's finally about to grab his leaf. This should open up like most of the seed for him. His one major advantage, I would say, is having iron boots, but
and also
it's not going to last very.
Loud's still missing a bow.
Yeah, that is true. But both of those are on hinted paths, so it's only a matter of time before Loud decides to just check them. Right? It's not like it's like a scavenger hunt to find those items.
True.
So, Teo needs to really push and get caught up on those dungeons, and maybe even get a head start on Wind Temple before Loud can get inside.
Finally getting the door clip. We've seen both of them try them, but also getting baited again.
Mm-hmm. The door clip is one of those just like minor optimizations. It's slightly faster to trigger the loading zone. Oh no.
Unfortunate flick back from ESS.
He might be better off just hopping back across the room and trying again. And he just decides to jump down. Meanwhile, Loud is
gonna get his iron boots.
Yeah, he just picked up his deluxe Picto box, so he's probably kicking himself now, wishing that he did Lenzo Clip earlier. Had he done it earlier,
he has an advantage. He can do Minenko now, which Teo
that is true. He does get Minenko, but I wonder if that's worth the not having access to Wind Temple earlier.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it probably was better this way.
Looking back at it, he can have access to Wind Temple now.
Yeah, as soon as he found that hammer
and command melody, he can start progressing into Wind Temple.
Yeah, no, he only Chroma brings up a good point. Loud was only missing iron boots to enter Wind Temple. Teo still needs to get his hammer from Forbidden Woods before he can even go into Wind Temple. So I think, despite Teo finding boots faster, it doesn't actually matter. Because Loud just spent that time a little better.
Yeah, looks like Loud is gonna be done with the dungeons faster than Teo, but I could be wrong.
Oh. And Teo struggling with the Cyclone to get into, based on the wind direction, he looks like he's going straight into Fortress. I mean, Forbidden Woods. I get those names mixed up occasionally.
Same here.
Yeah. So, Apollo, that's a good question. Why is it some spiky chests can have useless items? So, all it means if a chest is spiky is that it has a item that is classified as a progression item. Whether that item actually leads to somewhere useful depends on how the seed rolled. So
Usually a spiky chest means something that is added up to the pause screen. So any items that has to update the pause screen will be spiky. Most times. Not all times, but most times it will be.
I mean, that depends on what settings you have. But in these race settings, for example, so if the settings tell you that there's a particular location that can have something you need to beat the game generated into that spot, then whatever items lead to that spot will always be in spiky chests, if that makes any sense. So, like, the mail is a perfect example.
Yep, I believe that that's the first time we've seen runners go to Great Fish to see.
Yeah,
and it was spiky from the looks of it.
Yeah, and it looks like he's setting himself up for a neat little sword hop here. Gets it on his first try, very cool. And there's a hook shot. That's the other item to fully clear Wind Temple now.
Yep. Yeah, fun fact, logically you need a bow for the last two checks, but you actually don't. You can kill a Wizrobes without the bow if you're patient. So Loud could go for Wind Temple if he really wants to. But knowing him, he's gonna wait for the bow before going there.
Now,
because without a bow, it is very painful.
We know the bow, like, so we don't have another bow locked behind Cyclos or anything like that. So we know that bow, for the most part, is not directly leading to another bow. So Loud could just find a bow somewhere outside of Tingle and have a head start on that. But he is still going to need that third Tingle statue eventually to get the bow that Tingle has, or that Ankle has. Tio opting to go for the storage route on Forbidden Woods as well. And Loud is entering his third dungeon.
Yep. I see a good point in chat. We don't have glitched logic in Wind Temple and Wind Waker yet. So the logic is only vanilla. So if you know glitches, you can get it around to clear red checks, but Tracker is never going to tell you can't do them. If it's blue, means you can do it without any glitches.
Okay, so Tio's about to find out that he stored his hammer. He peeks the top of the room chest, and sees that he's not going to need that. And so, this room and the previous room are the only two things that you truly need Makar for in Wind Temple. It's the only things that make Command Melody mandatory on Wind Temple seeds, but it is completely optional everywhere else if you know what to do.
There's also to start the fan down in the basement to get on the top floor. That's also the other thing too.
Yes, you're right. And there's our last sword. So, both of the runners are going to eventually find that sword. All right, like eventually Tio will find that sword too, and not have to go on a scramble for it. But
it's not an easily missed one.
Yeah, I mean we've been on a low amount of Triforce shards for quite a while, so I have a feeling that's where most of the end game is going to be spent, like so many others.
Also for Loud side, we're still missing 2 wild cheese, I believe.
Yeah, I think Tio picked up the 2 that Loud had found from Outset. So those are his 2 shards right now.
Cheese quest could be something, but to me, bow quest seems more likely. Second bow for Loud.
Yeah. Especially if the last cheese is on Ice Ring Island or something like that, like where you need fire arrows.
Yeah, it could be hunting for a while. Also, that strategy Loud is about to use, I only recently pulled it off for the first time. To skip the Songstone.
Yeah, and we're about to see.
Very cool strat to skip my car.
Yeah, we're about to see Loud try it right now. It's a very precise angle to
get on top of the door.
To get on top of the door frame. Yeah.
Very precise en route and quite hard without bow. True, aiming without the bow is a little bit more finicky, but it can be done. Best done with the bow.
And he's got it.
Very cool. Now only a roll clip is needed. We'll get it first try. Nice.
Yeah, the roll clip part is not too demanding. You just have to be careful because the door frame is so thin. Alright, we might see a save warp here if it's a brown chest.
Looks like it is.
Yep, that's exactly what's going on.
Only hard part of this trick is the jump to the roll frame. Other than that, it's pretty easy.
Right. So, we're seeing...
He's going to be baited by the mirror shield.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say,
He's going to be excited to find a spiky, but there's so many bait spiky to see. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, here's what I think it's really going to come down to. When Teo is done in Forbidden Woods, does he go for a Wind Temple Gamba looking for hook shot? Oh, Loud teabagging on his bow. Very cool.
And it's also the second bow we found the seed, so that's a very convenient location for the bow, actually.
Yeah, like we've seen a couple items in very convenient locations like that, but then we've seen things like, hook shot is on Great Fish. That's like, my worry is that Teo is not going to think to do that before Wind Temple and may just try to find hook shot in Wind Temple and end up having to force a double dip.
That could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the second part we need.
That's the only way. That's the only way I see Teo coming back, because I see the gap is starting to grow, and it's definitely Loud favored. Oh, the wind shuts off just before reaching the top.
That's unfortunate, but he does recover it. It doesn't go back to the bottom. Waiting for the next cycle.
Yeah. He waited quite a while up there. Probably decided to try to conserve some magic, but I think if he had come to that decision sooner, would have been better. Teo is going for the bow and arrow strat. Also a pretty quick strat, but not quite as fast as the boomerang throw, if you know how to set it up the right way.
Boomerang with good execution is still faster.
Exactly.
Which we know a Loud got, so...
Yeah, well, but that's Teo's first dungeon completed. I guess we're gonna see. We'll see if Teo decides to wrap up Helmrock King. I think he's probably gonna leave it behind.
That's another small. Oh no.
Yeah, so he's gonna be looking for the big key then, unless he knows the big key skip, which I think he does. But now he doesn't have to.
I think he knows it, but I don't think he used it yet.
Right. Well, but what finding that key does is
saw people do it.
What finding the key does is save him from having to clip out of the main room an extra time, because normally you'd do it twice, once for this door and once for basement. Now he only has to do it once.
Right.
Now, having the second bow here, having a second bow here would have been pretty nice for Loud to take out the Dark Nut faster with Ice Arrows and Hammer. But if you have to wait for the Wizrobe to appear anyway, I guess it's not much of a time loss. Takes him out very quickly with a Jump Spin. Those of you who don't know, Jump Spin works differently in HD than in SD. It actually does more damage. So you get to take out enemies and bosses very quickly, especially if you have Soup.
So if you do a jump attack and buffer a spin attack while in the jump, what it does is the jump attack does normal 2 times damage, but then the spin attack does 4 times the damage.
Yeah, it's like the damage value gets carried over, similar to like in Ocarina of Time with the crouch stab. It's a similar kind of thing. Although I think it was intentional in HD and not just a glitch.
Yes. Nintendo did rework the fighting system, so it was intentional.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a very interesting choice for Tio to go for Helmrock King at this point in the run. With the rest of Forsaken Fortress already accounted for, and Dead Male, I don't... Ooh,
no!
That's rough.
Tio Highland hopping instead of going for a good spot. That's unfortunate.
It wasn't even an island hop. He's in the middle of the ocean. Very questionable routing choice, I would say, even from the get-go. Not even considering the massive time loss he's suffering right here. Again, Male is hinted dead. There's no rush to go get that last Triforce Shard without having the 7 others already. Helmrock King is just one of those bosses where you can find yourself in that situation where if you're going to double dip Forsaken Fortress anyway, you may as well save the second trip for the very end of the run. But Tio is insisting on pursuing this avenue. Yeah, I'm starting to have my doubts about whether Tio can actually make the comeback here or not. Loud, meanwhile, has a chest materialize magically under his feet. You know, just cuz. Yeah, and so like the basement...
Because if you didn't know, I was the one to give them the permalink, so...
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good to hear their reaction.
I'm aware that Loud has practiced this fight, like extensively for this tournament. I remember when I did my match against him, I heard that he had finished this fight much faster than I did, because you know, the practice really pays off. Unfortunately, he misses the skip here. You can re-grab the tongue with the hook shot if you aim and time the shot just right. Slashing once and then doing a regular charged up spin attack is meant to give you the most amount of time to set up the shot possible. So you're going to see him try it again. He's going to hook shot a couple times to get as close to Mulgura as he can. One slash, spin attack for the other 2 hits, and aiming a little too low there for the second time.
That was his last chance to cycle skip, so he didn't have to wait for Mulgura to fly around.
Yeah, to stop Mulgura from flying around, he definitely needed that one. The first phase is the most forgiving to miss, but you definitely want to land second and third phase. He does have one more try to save some time, otherwise it's just going to be a vanilla fight. Meanwhile, Tio, a little unlucky with Helmrock King. Standing a little too close makes him start stomping around. That's a big time waster of an attack. Okay, and Loud gets the trick once. Managing to save himself.
And it was one of the worst cycles to skip, so good on him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, getting it once is better than not getting it at all. At some point, Tio put on the hero charm again. You can see the health bar there. It's not something you typically see in a HD race.
He put back mid-fight, I believe. While
Yeah,
Mark
I mean,
was flying
if
around.
you're just waiting around for him to appear anyway, and you can, it's actually fun to see his health just get melted like that. And in part because of the quick spin mechanic that we were talking about before, you could see in just 2 attacks, he is left at 1 HP.
Is there TLDR for the big changes in skips running for HD versus SD? I don't know, actually. I'm not an HD runner, so I'm not that well versed into this, but most of the routing changes are because of the Super Swim.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you just want, like, a strict, like, comparison, I don't think there's something out there that's quite like that. Just quick to
But item
note,
sliding is
Loud
definitely
has
the
not...
biggest difference.
Yeah, just quickly getting back to the race, Loud deciding to swim to Child Island to confront Cyclos. Unfortunately, that's not going to help him much. Unless I'm misremembering what was there. I didn't quite catch what Tio had gotten when he checked Cyclos.
Looking at the tracker, it shouldn't be much. I do think it was that.
They're about even on items now.
But Loud having a big lead on dungeon, though.
Yeah.
Finally being equal on cheese.
Yeah. They're equal. They're equal on cheese, and I think they have both found the same cheeses too. So now we're back to a situation where the remaining ones are. So there's
What was Cyclos? We're about to see. Meanwhile, Tio is swimming to Southern, I believe. No, that's Thorned.
It was just rupees. Yeah, Thorned has the 3 pegs. Western only has 1. Misaligned on the trick to hit 2 pegs at once.
Thorned is the only island to have the other bit of islands where you can super swim from. The heart.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good
island to have that.
Yeah, it's a good swim to know. Also, Tio finally.
It's a hard one.
Not Tio. Loud finally deciding to go for like to finish Forbidden Woods.
Finally.
I mean, Forsaken Fortress. I've done it again. I keep messing up these dungeons. Too many Fs.
Too many Fs. I agree. Also, Loud going for the safe route. Getting it first try.
Yeah, it's very nice to know that hop when you have to come back. I don't usually do that on my first visit.
That is a good point
if I'm doing a full clear. But if I'm ever here
No.
without a hammer, then I'll try that skip. A little slow on the peg there. Tio is actually checking Great Fish, so he will have his hook shot and probably go right to Wind Temple after this, where he'll also pick up his second bow. And I think a Master Sword too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he'll have his full sword, he'll have hook shot.
Good help from Tio.
Yeah, we're talking about Tio. Yeah, he just teabagged over hook shot. He knows that was a big find.
It's dungeon rush time.
Yeah. So Loud is gonna have all of his dungeons done, and he'll be just looking for the 2 cheeses for go mode.
Also, I don't know what causes sideways link, but I believe it is a lot of speed. Does that?
Yeah. When it depends on the camera angle and where you're going. I don't know the exact cause either, but depending on how fast you go, running backwards, you can end up like turning sideways, and then Link's head starts to roll, and it's very disturbing to see, but it's just how it is. Yeah, so Tio, of course, opting to go for Wind Temple immediately, pick up whatever he can, try to get caught up on that dungeon. So, Also, Chroma, did Loud actually pick up the iron boots? I'm pretty sure he did, but it's just not marked. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, so we're seeing like a bit of a convergence. Once both of these runners are done with these dungeons, it's just going to be a hunt for the last two Triforce pieces and for light arrows, because both of our runners will have fire and ice arrows by that point. Actually, no. Teo will have fire and ice arrows. Loud will still be looking for the last Tinkle statue. So, you know, depending on how fast Teo can get out of Wind Temple and find those other shards, he may actually have a slight chance to turn this around. Very interesting how this has developed.
Yep. Agreed. Alright, where is Loud going? To outset, finally chasing bad hints and getting his second bow, I believe.
Yeah, and he hasn't found Spoils Bag yet, but I did see him pick up a Night Crest in Forbidden Woods. The required spoils for these settings are plandomized into dungeon secrets.
Yep. Loud did save scum a green shoe, so let's see if he remembered that.
Yeah, that is true. Hopefully he remembers that that he still needs to grab one of those. Although, just depending on how the seed goes, he may not actually need it. So we know delivery bag is not going to be needed for anything.
And thank you, chat. He apparently did get a backup shoe from Forbidden Woods.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's hard not to. There's so many green shoes. Yeah, those are like those little things that runners tend to forget about, like especially when you start getting into the intricacies of safe scumming and such.
It's easy to remember that you got one. It's not easy to remember that you safe scummed it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was the last Tingle statue. I remembered that now. I think that means Loud is just going to Tingle Island.
Tingle statue did lead to a bow, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's about to just go right to Tingle Island and pick up fire and ice arrows.
Looks like he is.
Yeah, once Teo gets back to the main room, he will also pick up his fire and ice arrows. Again, both runners being somewhat in sync, but also not at the same time.
Teo getting the ledge grab back up. Nice.
He's gonna have to check, yeah, he's definitely gonna have to check, boss key chest first. Okay, and, Teo, I mean, yeah, Loud's got his fire and ice arrows, so now I guess, I mean, we're back to overworld checks, just looking for light arrows. And shard.
Most likely gonna go creep first, and then, I believe Needle Rock, because most runners tend to wait for fire and ice ring.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the standard route when you get fire ice arrows is creep and transparent, then Needle Rock, and then ice ring. And the reason for that is because you can just swim most efficiently in that order. There's nowhere to.
Wait.
Ice ring immediately. Interesting.
Interesting.
Maybe he figures he can take care of this first, and then just like because of check density, because there's 3 checks to get here, but there's only 2 from the other 2 locations we just mentioned, pertaining to fire and ice arrow specifically. Okay, so we know that check is dead. Just gonna jump on it and get a little head start.
It's getting fun again. We're seeing new checks.
Yes.
Finally diverging from the same checks they're checking.
Absolutely. The stream quality, I can't tell. I guess that's a brown check if he's not hookshotting to it right away. Good recover on that item slide. If you don't get the hole, it's very easy to get flustered and the wind pushes you out, and that's just a massive time loss having to climb back up, or even worse, without grappling hook, you have to just save warp and enter the island again. A bit of a fumble on the hammer attack there. Fortunately for Loud, it's only really strict when you're dealing with Dark Nuts. They break out of the ice almost instantly. You have to, like, do it right away. And he just opts for traditional forward thrusts. We'll see if Ice Ring is totally dead or not.
It was executed fast. Oh, that's a spiky.
He does get one spiky. There's one of the missing shards. He's got one more shard and light arrows to find, and he will have go mode. He may be able to skip. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think if it was me, I would have gone the more traditional route just to be safe, but, you know, sometimes you need to take a risk. And Loud has a decent time advantage at this point, having already cleared all 3 of his dungeons, while Teo is still working on his 3rd. Loud has the time to spare here.
It is possible the Fat Arrows could be in Iroh Castle / Ganon Castle. It absolutely is. Well, not for Ganon's Tower, because that is always a hint on these settings, but it absolutely could be in the Hero Castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it wasn't the dead and I missed it.
No, Ganon...
Oh, it wasn't the dead. It wasn't the dead, so not in these settings.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, Ganon is going to be hinted dead, because it just requires basically everything to get to him anyway, that there's not much that putting an item there... it's just because of how seed generation works in these settings. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to find anything there. But then when you find a bow hinted at Ganon, and you've checked all of Overworld, and there's still Fire and Ice Arrow checks left, but you can't access them because you have to go to Hyrule first, that's when it feels real bad.
Yep.
And, and there's his light arrows.
Holy shit.
Kreeb had a bow locked behind a bow.
Off big time.
It's just mandatory light arrows behind Kreeb. So it's just the last shard. I think Loud pretty safely has this in the bag, as long as he doesn't take forever picking up the rest of Overworld. What does he even have left? He's gonna go do Wizrobe check.
It could be locked behind either Spoils or Mailbag. Thinking about it, but
it can't be Mailbag because all of the mail checks are dead. Oh, you know what? It could be Moblin Letter for Maggie. Like, that's possible, but the other 2 letters are not.
Also, Maggie's letter, which is a different check. So if they find it, could be that too.
Maggie's letter was hinted not required, specifically.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, then the island with the talking butler door. That's Private Oasis, which is also hinted dead. There's also Boating Course. Neither of them have checked that yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, Loud is like getting down to the end of it. There's nothing here, so it's looking. I mean, if he was missing more, I'd say spoils bag checks are starting to become likely. And to be fair, they could still very well be a possibility, but it is also very possible he just goes to Boating Course and finds his last shard, and he's just flat out winning here.
Good point in chat. Loud has only one accessible, so he's going to
Yeah, I
boating
mean, he's
course
going to have to
right
check
about
that
now.
boating course, yeah. Being careful to swim around, taking the long way around Forest Haven. That's another island that can sploosh you when it loads in. Tio, taking an unconventional approach to this room. Typically, you take care of the enemies first, and then you climb. At this point, I feel like Tio is just kind of feeling like, you know, it's 123. He's still in the middle of his third dungeon. This was a relatively quick seed by all accounts. And Loud gets his last cheese, so yeah, that's go mode for Loud. ETA for a finish is probably going to be around 140. Maybe slightly sooner than that. That would be pretty cool. I don't know, what am I talking about? It's probably going to be more like a 135.
10 minutes high roll is very unlikely knowing Loud unless he fumbles real bad, so I'm
right, which is why I gave him like an
just
extra 2
about
minutes.
I'm hoping for I'd say 130 is definitely not possible, but we could see 132 if he plays well.
Yeah, I mean, unless he plays the best high roll of his life, there's a very good chance that he just completely destroys Puppet Ganon and just takes the crown on a sub 130. Oh, he went right into the load. You know what? That's not terrible. At least he's on the bridge. You know, like he doesn't have to attempt the trick again. That's a very finicky trick where you could just end up in the water
out or
very
anything,
often.
So that was good.
And this
nobody
and
did all
from
the seed. That was also interesting.
Yeah, bagless seed. Meanwhile, Tio is actually destroying Mulgera right now. Perfect Mulgera fight.
Also, he was doing his signature yellow because he didn't use any setup to skip Mulgera cycles. He just yellows it, and he's successful at it. So
yeah,
also
I mean,
nice little hover from Loud.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was
he's
a lot of
probably
speed, but
he's probably starting Puppet Ganon at about 127 here. So yeah, I think 130 would be like he'd have to be playing out of his mind.
yeah.
131, 132 seems much more feasible here. Does he do the Sidle? He does not do the Sidle.
Good puppet RNG. Yes, very nice.
Yeah. The RNG where he appears behind you with the 4 copies is also decent. But you can kind of... I find that you can kind of manipulate where Puppet Ganon spawns depending on where you're standing in the room. So that's usually a good spot to get him to appear right above you and have the sword land near the door.
Pro tip, don't go too close to the wall, otherwise he will go to the other side of the room or go to the other side of the room. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
You could still go forward, but it's very unlikely if you're too close.
Yeah. Very clean staircase for Loud.
Yep.
Alright, and he's entering PG 20 seconds ahead of my estimation. Very nice.
Also,
there's one shot. Does not get the triple. That's 2.
Tio going back in. That's very clean PG1 so far.
3. And you know what? Yeah, PG1 in 5 arrows is nothing to scoff at. Very good fight. Yep. I think the big deciding factor here is going to be twofold. Firstly, is he going to land like a crypt shot or a double crypt and also a trog shot? Because that would be huge. But also a tall order. Second thing is grapple skip, just to save a little bit of time on the ascent.
I'd also like to see Loud's signature task smash at the rope spam. He's known for his.
He's a little late on the
very
second
good
arrow. He
mashing.
has one. Yeah. I was gonna bring that up later, but you bring up a good point. The rope has like a pretty losing matchup against Loud, if I had to put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does not get the crypt shot, so we're definitely
Looked
looking
like
at
it was a little bit to the right to me on the crypt shot.
yeah, we're definitely looking at
Timing
a
was good, but
more than 130.
yep. Looks like a 130.
Unless
to
he gets a
me.
double trog. If he could get a double trog, that would make up for it.
Yeah.
But even then,
Absolutely.
like the ascent itself takes like 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how fast you mash. So I think it's pretty much guaranteed that we're not going to see a sub 130.
Yellow first shot. Waiting for the bonk. Missing
And
the bomb.
yeah, he just
Backing it
really
up,
threaded
though.
the needle on that.
Lining up for the trog.
And he does not get
Almost
it.
gets
Probably
it.
going to yellow a third shot. Or just set up an easy third shot with bomb. Alright, so the fight is going to be over in just a moment. He almost aimed slightly too far to the left, doing a little flick with the gyro aiming there. Both players are playing on actual hardware, on real Wii U's. There's a couple of us, myself included, who play on emulator. We do not have that luxury. We're manual aiming with analog on everything.
Well,
And it definitely makes a difference.
Gyro is still possible on emulator. It's just
Yeah, and look at
you need
Loud
a.
go.
Yeah.
I have to pause you there for a sec. Look at this. This is you have to be mashing very fast to get
And
this.
he almost got it. But
He almost got
backs it
all the way up the
very
rope.
well. That was a signature mashing because he almost got to the light fixture.
Okay. And
Still
next he's going to do
mashing.
grapple. Next he's doing grapple skip. He doesn't actually have to skip grappling hook, but doing it this way just saves you a little time getting up. And we're finally going into
Also, no soup
Ganon
because no
fight.
mail.
Yeah, no soup. So
That setup was not the cleanest, but it could work for one cycle,
yeah,
and it did.
it does. I think that was part of like the the
Right arrows for
I just got
Teo.
called out in chat, that's all. Yeah, I was gonna say, Loud still needs to be a little careful. Without any bottles, he has, and he's not got his grappling hook equipped, so he has no way to heal quickly. And Ganon fight is very fickle. If you make one slight mistake, he can just really get in your face and mess you up. But I don't think
Looks
that's going to
like
be a
time
concern.
for Loud.
We've got time coming up here. Time.
And time.
Yeah.
1:30,
51
52.
Yeah,
51.
51 seconds from a sub 130. Absolutely crazy. GG for Loud. I think we're about to
Big
have him
GG.
come in here in just a moment to talk about his run.
And I know that for Loud 130 is a very good time. He's happy with this performance this seed.
I would be too.
I just know
I think my very best time ever is like 3 seconds faster than this, and that's my very best time ever. And for Loud to come within 3 seconds of that, just in a race, very impressive. Absolutely, and like he's been even faster than this as well. So kudos to him. And kudos to Teo as well.
Getting it second time. Both are very good runners. Teo might be just a little more washed because, as we know, he hasn't been playing lots lately. So And speaking of the man,
Hey,
Hello.
welcome in, Loud.
What is
GG.
going on? Thank you, thank you.
I mean that I gotta say, like the overworld, just like the
Nothing.
specific checks you were getting. I think a lot of it was like a big kind of like a routing and luck combination factor, but finding light arrows and then the last cheese back to back was very huge.
Yeah, but
Also,
I mean, I also did
workshop
everything. I cleared everything. Like that, I literally did everything you could do in the seed because the seed didn't give me bait bag, delivery bag, or spoils. So I literally full cleared the seed, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, I mean, practically a full clear, even though the tracker still has a couple items up. We were just talking about how this was a bagless seed.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of
what
not
are
complaining,
your
why
thoughts
don't you why don't you maybe just like give us just your impressions and your brief thoughts about just the whole run overall, and then maybe we could talk about some of the specific stuff.
I thought that there were some really, really goofy item placements, like Leaf being the one check you could do in FF logically was kind of goofy. That's why, I mean, I wasn't going to go there without Hammer unless I
Logical
absolutely had
double
to.
dip FF.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
A bow being locked behind a bow check and Tingle was kind of funny. I was like an hour and 5 in before I got my first bow, and I'm like, dude, where are all the bows at? I didn't get my first bow till Wind Temple.
Yeah, and it's funny because Teo, he's still playing, but he had his first bow like way earlier compared to you because on his first visit to Outset, he went and did Great Fairy and got his last Tingle statue, whereas you put it off until a little later.
Yeah, so my thought with that was I had 3 things to do at Outset, so I knew it was like a 1 in 3 chance of it being at Great Fairy. So I kind of wanted to wait for spoils or bait bag to show up before I went back there, but it kind of got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm literally running out of things to do, so... And then I kind of figured after Wind Temple that it was a bow at Tingle, so I'm like, okay, let me just go take the 1 in 3 gamble, and thankfully it ended up paying off.
Yeah, that's the thing about Tingle statues being required. That really is like just a catch-all where almost anything could end up there. Teo taking a selfie with the mini blend. Okay,
Or
so
is
he's
that
found his last
cheese
cheese and he's
in
now in
go
go
mode?
mode.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, he'll probably be finished with maybe around a 145 or so, maybe a little faster than that. But speaking of the times, we got to talk about that 130. You're 51 seconds shy of a sub 130.
Whew.
How are you feeling about that?
Really good. I feel like I was cooking. I was just checking. Like there was a part at the beginning
you really
of this.
were.
Like there was like a 10-minute span where I was just safe scumming back to Windfall, like because I
Mhm.
got bombed.
Yep,
I got
yeah, I
bombs at
remember that.
Windfall. I got bombs, and I'm like, okay. It was like Windfall to FW, I think was the path hint. I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
it's got to be locked behind something bomb related. Ended up being FF, but anyway, I start doing all the bomb overworld stuff. Rockspire, nothing. Star Island, nothing. Bomb Island, nothing. Southern, nothing. All the bomb checks were just dead, and I'm like, and I was getting like, I didn't feel too bad about it because I'm like, you know what, I'm getting this late game hunt out of the way right now, and I was pretty much just playing for a full clear regardless, and I figured, you know what, I'm doing all this garbage checks right now. Maybe Teo has to do them later, so.
Yeah, and the funny
Also,
thing is,
Teo getting a great. Sorry for interrupting, but Teo getting a great courtyard skip. If you didn't see
yeah,
that.
I did see that. That was nice. He changed his. He's got the frowny. Yeah, Teo. You know, being a good sport, having fun with it. I think he knows that he's lost by this point. I don't know if anybody has specifically messaged him, told him.
What happened there?
the butt scoot. What was that?
Yeah, what he's doing.
I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to go back and watch that. He did a very crazy item slide that led to like a backwards butt scoot up the mountain next to Ganon's tower in the distance. He loves this out of bounds movement. He'll commit, is what Chroma is saying. Oh yeah, he's doing it again.
Almost butt scooting again.
Gosh, what is he doing? Dude, that's insane. That's pretty
That
cool.
is crazy,
actually.
though. I kind of want to just do that myself.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well,
That's just for the swag.
hopefully the antics is over.
And you can't hit the loading zone instantly.
And
he just messed it up twice, but looks like
Yeah.
the second time he was able to back it up.
Yeah. Well, not to derail the interview too
looking for the
much.
style.
Just getting back to what I was about to mention. It's so funny how
Theo
you
going
and
for the
Tio
bottle.
are in sync on a lot of your routing decisions, and just also your timing on certain things. So
Theo wanting
especially
bottle swag. Messed it up.
Gosh.
especially on your early checks, both of you both split off right away. Like I think Tio immediately went to Mother and Child, and then Rockspire,
Okay.
and you went to Outset.
Outset.
Yeah, but then you guys swapped right after that. Like, and that happened several times. You guys would go, you
At
would
the
split and do your own
20-minute
thing.
mark, you guys were starting to do checks the other one did, and then we had nothing to talk about for the next 20 minutes because you guys were doing
Yeah,
different games.
you made our job a little hard, but
Yeah.
you know,
I'll
we
tell you,
held in there.
the early Outset decision was pretty much just off of like I think Outset.
That was just
so
hints, right?
Yeah, required tingle was a path hint. Or not, required tingle was a hint. Great C was a path hint, so I knew I could check salvage
Beetle.
off rip. I think
Yeah,
Beetle
and,
might have been
Beetle.
hinted dead.
Oh, maybe, yeah,
If I
I can't
remember
remember.
correctly. But yeah, I knew I could check salvage and then also Diamond Step being a path hint. So I knew I could hit up Great C checks and get Diamond Step out of the way early.
Yeah, we had Mr. Alberto in the chat comment that he does not like Diamond Step early, but it paid off for both of you.
With it being a path, I typically don't like to go for it, but with it being a path hint, I feel like I just needed to rush it.
Yeah, I mean, it was Command Melody, but like, and there was something else before that too, right? Was there a sword there?
Yeah, it was like a
Something
sword
like
and
that.
command.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
yeah,
some
there was
double
sword,
psyche.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good to go there because as soon as you found that hook shot, or rather, yeah, like as soon as you had that hook shot, you knew all you needed was Iron Boots for Wind Temple. And Tio had that way before you did, but it ended up not mattering because.
Speaking of which, how do you feel not doing a Alonso clip this seed at the start?
I've been going away from it because I've been seeing a lot of the top
You're hitting
runners
grip.
go away from it because if it would have paid off because Picto was in there, which is lucky if he did do Lenzo clip early. But
Yeah,
it
he
sucks
did, actually.
having to go in there twice, so I've kind of been getting away from doing it on my first visit unless I can find a Picto.
Right.
I mean, fair enough.
So well, and I was just gonna say, like, it ended up not actually mattering because he had Iron Boot. He was sitting on Iron Boots for a good amount of the run, but he couldn't do anything with it because you just had
Yep.
Wind Temple access before he did.
And wasn't a hookshot was just sitting at Greatfish, right? Like
Yeah, Hookshot was just randomly
Yeah.
at Great Fish, which he did find pretty quickly. He just, like you, was lucky enough to pick up that one without much scavenge hunting,
yeah.
so to speak. Yeah, it's been brought to my attention that neither of you saved Grandma, so
Mail
both
was
of you are
dead.
considered war criminals.
Sorry. Hey, Mail was dead. Sorry. Sue
Yeah.
me.
Oh, speaking of crimes, there's something else you have to answer for. Hero's Charm. You found it,
Yep.
and then you save scummed it away. What's
Yep.
the deal, bro?
I'm this is not for fun. This is business. I'm standing on business.
That is totally valid.
As much as I knew everyone wanted me to keep it, I was on the save scum streak of my life. It might have been the most consecutive save scums I've ever done in a row, and I'm like, I gotta keep it going. Gotta
Yeah.
keep finding all the dead stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I think we poked fun at you a little bit in the.
Oh, I knew.
Yeah, we poked fun at you a little bit, but like we understand. You know, this is a
There
race,
was-
and you're trying to win. So, mad respect for you.
There was a small part of me that wanted to just run out with that thing and throw it on. But I'm like, I could just go right back to Windfall and keep swimming. I don't want to warp anywhere.
Teo is on his rope climb right now.
Pretty good match for Teo, but not able to back it up. But
yeah, nah, he forgot to put his
gun
leaf on
mashing
and fell.
again.
Damn.
Also, that's very low magic for a backup. So
Yeah, it's scary with low
Okay, doesn't
magic.
mess up.
I've been there. It's not fun.
Yeah, all right. He plays it safe and stops about halfway up the rope, maybe a little more than that. And Teo ended up at Eastern Ferry not save scumming, so he kept the charm. He's currently wearing it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh, he
Uh-oh.
tried the skip.
Ah, that's right.
Another selfie.
He knows it.
That's right.
He knows it.
Yeah, he tried the skip.
3
Went
times
through the
rope
chain
time
instead of
speed.
through the floor. Yeah, he went through the chain instead of the floor and tried to recover with magic, but like you said, he was out of magic, and so he just fell.
No soup. Maybe we should have saved Grandma after all.
Yeah, this is why, like, if I have grappling hook, I don't mind losing a couple seconds to just go up the legit way.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew my time was probably because I hadn't checked to see if he
he's doing
was
exactly
done yet or not. So I thought about going for grapple because my time was like I feel like my time was really good, but I'm like let me just I'll just do it. I always do this. Let me just not get away from my normal strategy.
No, Teo, what are you
forgetting
doing?
You didn't have any magic. You forgot you didn't have any magic.
I think he's just having fun at this point.
Yeah. Looks like he is.
I think if his Ganon fight went really well, he could have had a 145, but it's looking more like a 46 or 47 now. Assuming he doesn't try anything else funny.
It was definitely entertaining, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. What else was there to talk about that might have been interesting? There was I mean, in Teo's credit, I will say he handled Mulgera way faster.
My Mulgera was horrible. That was the low point of the season.
You made me look foolish because I talked you up and everything. I said, Loud's been practicing this fight. Like he's gonna nail it. Like this is gonna be awesome.
Opening the browser.
So it wasn't my fault. It was commentator curse. So it's your guys' fault. That's good. That's good. I can throw the blame somewhere else.
What is you doing?
Wait, Z. What is?
He opened up his internet app on his Wii U.
Dude, Tio's doing some shenanigans right now. He's like showing off the screen and the gamepad screen. What is he doing?
What did he write? I couldn't see.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of questions for him.
Did he type? He typed how to play Wind Waker HD. Oh my god!
What did he write?
Oh, he didn't have enough damage. He didn't end the phase fast enough. He tried to type how to play Wind Waker HD.
Oh.
Alright, he finally gets a stun on Ganon.
He knows it. He's just having fun at this point.
I mean,
he very much is.
We know he's taking a selfie with Ganon. Like, it's about to happen. I wasn't sure how I was going to do commentating. I was a little nervous at first. But we kind of got into the groove of it. And just seeing all the shenanigans, I don't regret it anymore. I'm very happy I got to commentate this match. Alright, here comes time for Teo. And time.
Damn.
Alright, so no selfie, but okay, a 146.39. Also a very respectable time, all things considered.
Yep.
I think most of the top runners are getting around this time on average, so that's pretty good.
It could have been sub 140 for Teo if he played that ending well, but stuff happened, and we know what happened.
I was saying loud before you got in here, you're 130.51. Just to make a comparison for the audience, I mentioned my fastest time ever is 1:30:48. So the fact that you were only 3 seconds behind that, like, and that's just like I don't know, that was just a good run for you. Like, that was just really crazy.
So welcome in, Theo.
Hey Theo, GG's.
Thank you, but I don't deserve it though.
Well, I mean, I will say you at least made it entertaining. You put on a good show for us.
Very
I
much
sure hope so. Of all runs, this was pretty much my worst run ever. This should not have been a 146. This should have been a 135 maybe.
Also, what did you think about the seed? Your thoughts
Bad.
overall?
So
Yeah, let's just get your overall thoughts.
I think the main thing that messed me up was Leaf at the Forsaken Fortress, which I think Loud probably messed up that also. And just general bad routing. I basically full cleared this seed except for Star Island, which I'm assuming Star Island might have one of the bikes, which I'm glad I didn't do because I
don't remember what Star Island had, but Loud actually checked it pretty early, which is not conventional for most of us, but it was not a bag. Loud full cleared. He logically full cleared the seed and could not do any of the bag checks because none of the bags were in any of the logical checks for these settings.
Also, yeah, to answer the question of Face in chat, Face is gonna be against the loser of Mason Star and Mr. Alberto.
Oh man,
right? Yeah,
this is his next match coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if I made it clear at the beginning, and I apologize, but this match was losers round 2, one of 2 matches. So Teo, unfortunately, he's bowing out of this tournament as a result of this match, and Loudscapes is going to move on to round 3. And as Tom said, he's waiting on a winner's match. A winner's bracket match to determine who his opponent will be. That's either Mason Star or Mr. Alberto, which is going to be a really sick match, by the way.
Just the 2 best people in the tournament. No biggie.
Yeah, nothing. It's just the top 2 seeded players. Nothing crazy.
Well, Chroma's the 1 seed, but those guys are disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah. I mean, I think everyone who's left in the winners bracket, like in McJari, also all 4 of them are just cracked in their own respective ways.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun winners bracket to watch. I can guarantee to you that winner bracket is gonna be something else.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I mean, if there was anything specific that you wanted to discuss about the run, Teo, I'd be more than happy. But otherwise, I think we've gone over basically everything we wanted to cover regarding this race.
Yeah, probably. Well, now we're gonna 130. Yeah, I don't think I want to say much more. Except for Internet Browser, which I thought I had opened earlier because I wanted to do that if I played that. I wanted to research for something. And also, so I'm used to type in French keyboard, and this keyboard was an American keyboard, so...
so you're used to type on AZERTY keyboards, but this one was a QWERTY.
Yeah. But yeah, I
that's a
wanted to
French
do that, but I lost even more time
okay.
because of no save data. Apparently, this app needs save data. But yeah.
Oh, right. Teo, you did your signature Yellow Mulgera cycle skip. How do you felt about that?
Well, I mean, people think this tread is hard. I don't think so. It's basically, as long as you're close to him, it's not that bad, really.
Yeah, I will say, like, even on analog stick, where we don't have the convenience of being able to flick and micro adjust, it is still possible, but like tricky, but not impossible on analog stick. So on gyro, I imagine it's even easier.
Yeah, notice how the old dungeon strat are good and everything else is bad in this run. But
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean, at the early part of the run, like seeing a bunch of super swims not come together. Just general routing
kinda
choices.
Hard to watch.
Yeah,
I remember
fair.
you losing your DRI storage, trying to bring it somewhere, but ended
I
up
was
drowning.
not sure. Yeah, I was not sure where I wanted to go, and then I was kind of like, okay, let's just give that up. I don't want to, because like I don't know how to swim from here with boomerang with storage. I just kind of gave up, and yeah.
I actually did want to ask you guys one thing that I just remembered. Because the mail checks were dead, so Helmrock King is really, at that point, really no pressure to go fight Helmrock King at all until you're ready to get go mode. But both of you guys went back to fight him before finding your 7th cheese. So what was the thought process behind that, or was that just not really a consideration at that point?
I just find, I mean, you gotta fight him regardless, so I don't think it's like it's the same time whether you do it before or after go mode. And honestly, I went there because I wanted a couple minutes to think about what I was gonna do after, like routing for the rest of the seed. So I kind of use that
That's
as like
a good plan, actually.
look at the tracker and think out the future of the route.
I do like
same
your
idea.
thought process over there.
Gotcha.
It's taking time to think and planning things out while it's basically an auto-scroller fighting Elmrock, so
Yep.
it's not so while you're fighting it, you have time to think about stuff. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
like that.
So at that point, it's more of the human element.
Yeah.
Taking a mental breather and just like that's like meta strategy at that point, where because you can memorize the routes, you can have the good decision making, but it speaks to like
Coming
the
up-
consideration that both of the players have is like that they're able to give
coming up
themselves
with good routing
that
on the fly
respite.
is not that easy to do consistently, and
Right.
being able to just recognize that you can take a mental breather to plan things out over there is, I'd say, top tier routing. It's not everyone can do that.
Yeah,
Most people would
um,
just either rush it first or just leave it for the end. But
Yeah.
allow the opting to do it in the middle, just planning things out. I do love that strategy.
Loudscapes and Tio, both of you guys, all things considered, played very well. You put on a great race for us, and Loud, we're looking forward to seeing you race against Mason or Alberto.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for the challenge.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you've
You
really
look
been
ready.
on a hot streak for this
Yep.
whole tournament. Like outside of the first match, like obviously you're in the losers bracket, so you've lost one match. But aside from that, you've just been killing it.
We could see a Loud comeback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
there.
see.
That's the plan.
We'll be following that very closely over the days and weeks that this tournament continues. Unfortunately, it just takes that long just because of time constraints.
And different time zones. It's not easy.
Exactly. We've got players in the United States and players in Europe primarily, so a 6-hour time gap is something to consider.
6 to
when
10
trying
hours
to put these
depending on
events
where
together.
you are. You
Yeah,
could be
exactly.
on USA West Coast, and you could be in Norway or something. That time difference could be very big. So finding a good time space to squeeze in a 2 to 3 hour game session is kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jory is the
McJory in chat's
last.
missing it because of work. So like we said, McJory is Norwegian. So the time space didn't work out for him.
Yeah, I think Jory is the last person who's in Europe, so. That's
Right.
something.
Yeah. And I think most of the American runners are East Coast, but
Yeah.
I don't keep specific tabs on that. Point is, there's still plenty of Wind Waker HD randomizer to come. Stay on the lookout for that.
I'd say we're only about halfway through the tournament right now, so
Yeah,
it
in
could
terms
be
of
either
just
way
number of
still.
matches.
Either way. Yep.
Okay. Well, any last comments, or otherwise, I think we should be good to start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do think we went through pretty much everything.
Yeah, a huge shout out to Tio because he's made these practice tools for Wind Waker that's helping a lot of runners like me who start out on Rando kind of practice
Oh,
and stuff
absolutely.
like that. So, huge shout out to Tio, and that's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah. Huge shout out
Absolutely,
to
I
Lad
do
also
agree.
because he's good at
Shout out to who? I'm sorry.
that.
To Loud. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess whoever
We
we
would
need
not
to.
be here without today without Teo's work. Absolutely right.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we're very appreciative of that.
All right, we're ready for you, Trez.
Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. Big shout outs to Loud and to Tio. And of course to our volunteers. You can all see them. I'm gonna... Oh no, actually I need to fix the commands, so I'm not gonna use the commands right now. But it's all good. Yeah, thank you so much to Mercury. Thank you so much to Lapata99 and also to Chroma. And with that, we're done for now. We're gonna be back on ZSR later, actually in exactly 1 hour with Wind Waker SD Randomizer, the Season 8 tournament, with a triple header between Gymnast and Tanjo. And that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.